live, I think I was looking at my game card and getting ready for the pitch. So we had some other people that their eyes were on Kirilloff at that moment. I've already looked at it. At 8 seconds, he's ready. Well, first of all, before 8 seconds, he's ready to hit. At 8 seconds, when the clock strikes 8, he also looks down for a split second. And there's also several frames where he's actually looking up directly at the pitcher, also at 8 seconds. He looked down for a split second, but he was looking at the pitcher also when the clock said 8. So I think it's a bold call, and something that I can't agree with that, and I think the Blue Jays are walking off the field thinking they got away with something. But I understand the umpires are going to have a way of ruling this, and in his eyes it was clear. He's not going to call it unless Brian, the umpire that came in for Hunter, is not going to call that unless he feels strongly about it. I just feel strongly that that was not a call that was clear. And I don't think that's the way I feel about it. I mean, if you're going to make the call, make sure that he's not looking up also when the clock's at 8. He was, because we have several very, very easy to see angles of him looking up at the pitcher while the clock still says 8.
Was Duran down, and did that impact late inning bullpen use?
Yeah, we had 3 guys that were not pitching today in the game. So definitely the game was affected. But we're not afraid to turn. We've turned to guys before in other situations. Lope was going to throw the last inning too. So we had these guys slotted. Louis ran into a little bit of trouble there in the 5th inning. His last batter was Chapman, and Chapman happened to hit a homer. And unless I'm misremembering exactly what happened, then we got Moran in the game at that point. There's not a lot we can do about that when we're a tick short in the bullpen, but when you play a run of games and you use your guys in those games, we used Brock. De Leon threw a bunch of pitches, and Duran threw I think the most he's ever thrown in 2 innings 2 days ago. He was not going to be available under any circumstances. So we didn't get it done. I mean, it's disappointing when you have a lead and you can't hold it. There's no one to really look to. I didn't like the call on Kirilloff, but there were several things we could have done significantly better in this game to win the game. So we'll wrap it up. We had a good series overall here. The sweep, when you have it in your hand, is what you want. And walking away without it, a little, definitely disappointing. But we got to get home, and we're going to take the day off, and we're going to get back to work.
Should not getting that double play right before the home run hurt?
Yeah, it's a very consequential play. I mean, if we turn the double play, what are there, 3 fewer runs on the board that inning? And that's a play that we definitely should be making, and that's going to happen. That's one of the several things that we could have done better in today's game.
Does it sting a little bit more because of how well you guys worked together now?
It's not about Gausman. It's about we had the lead, and we grabbed the lead early. We scored a bunch of runs. We're sitting there, even though we weren't. The game kind of got a little stale in the middle of the game, but we still have the game in hand late in the game, and not knowing that you have the lead late. It's hard. Those are hard games to walk away from when you don't hold on to a game that you should have.
Rocco, what would you like to have seen your team do better when the energy was kind of a little bit stale?
Well, that's gonna. that happens. I mean, it's not like we weren't working out there and trying to get it done. I mean, it was fine. We had some opportunities to extend the lead a little bit. We didn't get it done. We had most of the good at bats early, but this isn't like a red flag conversation. It happens in games for 3 and 4 innings at a time where you can't get anything going and you can't muster anything. And I think we could have put them away. We didn't put them away, and then we didn't hold it when we still had it. I mean, like I said, there's several things today that we could look to, but we can't dwell on them. It's over, and we got to get ready for our next series now.